Hi,
Hello.
Sandy. How are
Hello,
you?
Graham. I'm very well. Lovely to meet you. I spoke with Russell a couple of years ago when you were last here, and I'm very privileged to have a chat with you again on the eve of this
Oh,
tour.
it's my pleasure. Thank you for your time.
I was reading about you that your little oasis for your solitude and peace is that ranch that you have in the middle of Utah. You obviously like the peace and quiet when you're not on the road.
But I do. I like it. I mean, it's quite crazy out there. You know, there's travel and your day is planned for you, so there's not a lot of time to really be on your own. So I like it when I come home.
You just passed your 5,000th live show anniversary. That's an incredible amount of performing work, and I guess as the 120 shows a year takes its toll, all those shows must take its toll also. Do you still feel as passionate about getting out there in front of people as you did when you started?
Yeah, in fact, even more now because we have, you know, the catalogue of songs that people know the world over. Yeah, I think that's really what drives us.
So you're coming up to your 40-year anniversary, and it all started out for you in the late 70s when Rod Stewart took you up as an opening act during his Australian leg of his tour, and that ended up expanding to the US. A few years later, it was
Yeah.
really the early 80s. You were topping US charts, becoming a household name all over the world.
We never planned on anything, you know. The biggest shock was, you know, the biggest shock was getting the opening slot in Australia when Rod was coming over, because at that point he was the biggest act in the world, you know. And to get the opening slot for him, it just happened to be that we had Love and Other Bruises was high in the charts, so it was on everybody's lips, and so we got that opening slot. We didn't really know anything then. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just going on steam. And we kind of learned everything pretty quick, you know.
Graham, Love and Other Bruises was certainly my favourite Air Supply song. Can you give us a little bit of insight into how those words were written, what they were written about?
I remember writing the songs. I wrote the song a couple of years before the band was formed. I already had that song, and I used to play it in folk clubs on my own, you know. But, of course, it never had the impact that when Russell sang it. I mean, when he sang it, everything changed in the studio, and I'll never forget that. But the song was just, you know, one of those forlorn songs with strange words, you know, Love and Other Bruises. I mean, what the hell does that mean? And I still don't know what it means. But the great thing was, in those days when I used to write songs, I didn't know how to write a hit song. I had no idea what I was doing. So whatever I was doing, I was just continuously writing songs. But I had no boundaries. About 2 days after Russell and I met, we were singing backstage. We were singing a Beatles song, and I just started playing Love and Other Bruises, you know. I played that guitar riff at the front, and he just stopped, and he said, "Wow, what's that?" I said, "It's a song." And then he learned it, and we started to play. Things just started to take off. We just sounded good together.
What are we going to see on this Australian tour?
Well, we're going to play with the symphonies in each city. We haven't done one for a while. But our new album is with the Prague Symphony Orchestra. So we'll be kind of duplicating that live. It'll be all the hits, of course. We realize that our music is very, very conducive to orchestras, where the album just sounds incredible.
Graham, we can't wait to see you and Russell back in this country again.
Oh, you're so kind, my dear. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time and your work.
Thank you for yours.